So what is a vector? A vector is a quantity in math and physics that represents both a magnitude and a direction. So say that I have a vector drawn here, which is represented by an arrow, and it is 5 units long, and its direction, of course, is kind of diagonal, and I'm just going to call the direction that way for right now. So if I were to describe this vector, I would say it is 5 units that way. And that's all I would say. Common vectors are anytime you give directions, because you have to tell someone how far to go and which direction to go. Torque requirements for mechanics, because torque is a vector. Forces, acceleration and deceleration, and I'll explain why deceleration is in quotes later. Anytime there is a magnitude and a direction. So how important is vector direction? So you see here we've got the Redskins lining up against the Cowboys, and I believe this is a relatively older photo. And as soon as the play is started, the linemen on the Redskins side are going to plow into the linemen from the Cowboys side, and vice versa. So let's say that the Redskins center starts off with a momentum of 100 kilogram meter per second. And the Cowboys nose guard also starts off with 100 kilogram meters per second. Now here's my question. What is the total momentum when these two guys hit each other if each of them has 100 kilogram meters per second in opposite directions? Pause the video until you decide. If you said 0, you are correct. Because even though they have the same momentum, they are facing in opposite directions. So it's not 200 like it might be in algebra, it's actually 0. So what if we have 3 guys pulling on a rope, and let's say they're pulling a truck. All right, the first guy is pulling with 100 pounds of force. The second guy is pulling with 50 pounds of force. And the last guy is pulling with 25 pounds of force. So with all 3 of them pulling in the same direction, what is the total force? How many pounds? Pause the video until you decide. If you said 175 pounds, you are correct, because all 3 of these guys are pulling in the exact same direction. All right, that's it. Be prepared for a short quiz at the beginning of class tomorrow. Make sure to take a moment to try to remember what a vector is and whether or not the direction of the vector is important and why it is important. If you can't remember, look at your notes. And if you didn't take notes, just watch the video again. See you tomorrow.